Hey, what's up, guys? Going over more of this. So we go to the 1,000 years of manga, the old, very Buddhist inspired, scrolls, the artwork they used to do. Picture scrolls. You got some of the cool stuff. You have the humorous animal scrolls. You have the supernatural, right? The hungry ghosts, like Gakizoshi. Right? I like this one here with the demons, right? The Night Walk of 100 Demons. That is cool. That is cool. And you get to the idea of the Buddhism, the Shintoism, and you have like the horror, like this horror story, haunted house. Look at this, yokai. We all know the yokai, and also some of the erotic stuff that they were doing. One of these wood block print artists. He's the guy, right? Hokusai. He gave the name, coined the term manga. All right. Also interesting was that the Japanese art had a big influence on the Impressionists. I actually am a fan of the Impressionists. Not all of them, but you see the influence. The French were looking towards this Japanese art. But you have illustrated humor books of the Edo period, right? So you already have like funny books, right? So then all of a sudden, I like this. A true portrait of Perry, emissary of the United States of North America. When Commodore Perry came in, big nose, round eyed, demon from beyond. It's kind of funny. I like this. Whether the anonymous mid-19th century artist ever laid eyes on Perry is unclear. No kidding. But as, of course, you had more foreigners coming, the influence here, right? They made, Punch Magazine, they made it here. So now you got, like this, a cartoon by Bergman showed Europeans as they must have looked to the Japanese. Big nose, hairy, and ungainly. Oh my god! Well, you got some people got bigger noses, but and you see the influence now of this kind of art. You see this. This is like Western style art, political cartoons. Particularly, Japan is changing. It's modernizing. It's modernizing essentially for its survival. Okay. You see what happens to a country like China that didn't modernize and was basically cut up and now in chaos. Like this, you got Teddy Roosevelt. So this one, the Tokyo Puck, was founded by Japanese. It started during the Russo-Japanese War. So now Japan is starting to develop more here. I like this. I like this cartoon. I like this. What is the matter? You are a good boy. Please get out. And he's like saying something in Japanese. He's like, you are crazy. Don't touch my body. Oh, he's like, probably saying something like, the crazy big nose. She went nuts crazy. What am I gonna do? Say, please come right away and get that boy away with you, or I call policeman. He get crazy. Oh, what? Sure. Oh my, I come get him right away. Oh, that's real Japanese style of kind. Don't get mad, lady. Oh, is that so? Well, I try him another week. I just thought this was fucking funny. Yeah, he's like, I'm here to, to wash you in the Japanese style. Anyway. So now things that you get the modernism coming in, right? Look at that. Oh, now I always fight too, like Japanese Japanese leftists, Marxists, whatever. I like a lot of. I hate to say it. I like a lot of the work that a number of them have done. So although I have an affinity for the Japanese nationalism, the insane nationalism as they call it in this, the extremist militarism, I understand, but I can understand both. You have a country that was literally a medieval country forced into opening up to the world thanks to America, right? And now you have these forces are released, perhaps with not enough time to let them sit, let's say, decadent progressive society found in the cafes, bars, and theaters of Tokyo. Weimar. Yeah, and so you get like a lot of the leftists, of course, they're getting their asses kicked by the nationalists here. And so you get like the patriotic comics. The dog becomes a leader of the Imperial Japanese Army, although the the IGA, like they frowned upon it as bad for their image. Oh man, look at all this stuff here. So and then you got this one here where they oh no, okay. And I like this one. This is the workers' comic, right? The style of comics, like production comics. Like the elder brother staying in front of a line of schoolboys mobilized to work in factories. Older brother worker shields them from a bottle of beer labeled Temptation. Oh, come on, man, dude. After working all day, getting bombed, with the the older relatives disappearing in the war, can't you let them have a friggin' beer, man? Anyway, so there's something here too. Like, of course, the what is this? The solidarity of an already very homogeneous nation. The bear upon distance, carrot and stick approach. Right? In Japan, unlike Germany, executions were not necessary. What are you talking about? What executions are you talking? Anyway, go ahead. I like this one here. The science warrior appears in New York. Yeah, get them, those sons of bitches. And I like this too. Cartoons and magazines. Right, this is not during the war. Always the war. Right, the manga exhorted the nation to annihilate the satanic Americans and British. Yes, I agree. Kondo, the editor of manga, drew skillful caricatures of politicians on the cover. A famed green-faced Roosevelt, hair standing on end, and a feet pot-bellied Churchill. I don't see the problem. I don't see the problem. So there he is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is more true than you know. So, yeah, and of course the propaganda. I like how they highlight these propagandas sent to like what is this? The pre-war leaflets directed at American, British, and Australian, New Zealand troops. Erotic pornography, graphic cartoons, and comic strips were designed to make the lonely soldier worry about the faithfulness of his girl back home. Right? The Americans on rest and recreation in Australia were invariably seducing the Aussie soldier's wife while he hubby slogged through the jungle. Right? So I like this one here. It's like, oh, look at these big noses. We were the happiest of couples. How offensive. Until our tearful parting, oh, how she wept. But no sooner had I left than my wife was told that I'd never come back. Who is this dude? Who is this man? Look at him. What? Anyway, it's anonymous. Good thing it's anonymous for you, but so and they had they also had leftists. This guy here, after being jailed and tortured, this guy sailed to America. He volunteered his services to the U.S. Army. So I guess he's a traitor, But he tried. His main concern, how it was to show American people that the Japanese were not savages or mindless slaves to their emperor, as Western media often implied. Well, good luck with that. That didn't really work, did it? So then the war ends, right? And obviously the occupation, there's censorship, but of course it still allowed political artists more freedom they had known before. Yeah, if you're leftist, it's not principles of expression, it's whose side are you on and who's in power. Right? Yeah, very easy. Very easy. So now you start to see now the post-war thing. You start to have like these things were popular, like these kamishibai, right? So they're sort of telling a story, right? They changed the panels to the kids watching this, and some of these stories like Ogon Batu, right? Golden Bat, I told you that, and the comics here, you had this whole library system where obviously people had no damn money. They were starving, but they still really wanted to read comics. Right? So you get Tuzeku, you get Senpei Shirato. I've mentioned them, of course. Ozaka Tuzeku, Osamu Tuzeku, man. I mean, this guy. They called him the god of Japanese comics. When this guy started working, everybody wanted to become an artist watching this guy's stuff. So a lot of the things that you see in manga, right, the big Disney-like eyes, right, the action, the bam, the lines, they come from this guy. They come from this one guy. I think that's very interesting. They show, right, part of his success. You start to see all the guys coming up, right, to manga shonen, right, the boys, right, the early 50s, and you get all the artists of Leiji Matsumoto, Fujio Fujiko, Shotari Shimori, right? You get all these guys here. Yeah, it's fascinating. So now we'll go here to the spirit of Japan, right? Oh, Ito Ogami. Right? Oh man, dude, one of the best freaking comics ever made, man. I went over that an old video. So now you had the whole idea of the samurai, right? Of course, they're defeated. One of the things about the Japanese, right? They're very big, whether it's the animes or the thing. Being a skilled warrior is still something that's looked upon, okay? Although the war stuff is tempered by the fact that they lost. And I argue it gives a better, war is never, glorious, unlike the American comics. And this is where you get like Senpei Shirata. Look how primitive his early art was, right? He's a Marxist, but I kind of listen, man. Class war, man. It's just there's other things too than just class war, but it's woven in there. Let's be honest. The other one is Samurai Goseki Kojima. I mean, Jesus Christ, man. The Wolf and Cub, I just told you. And this one, I've never seen this guy's stuff. I always heard of the Hiroshi Harata, right? Tales of Cruelty and Bushido. And a big fan of him was Yukio Mishima, right? Oh, jeez. And they have a thing on Mishima, right? Talking about it's the pose of a right-wing nationalist. He's talking about Hiroshi Harata Samurai Comics, the direct serious style. I found nostalgia for that. I could see him liking those comics. Look at the art though, man. Look already, you already have like the lines, the symbolism. You're starting to really get this stuff here. So, and they make the quality, the samurai comics, right? They don't glorify the military in any of them because of what happened in the war, right? Because they lost. You could say, yeah. And the military comics are pretty good. Even Leiji Matsumoto, who you could argue is more on the right, with stuff like Space Battleship Yamato and a lot of the war stuff. In the end, how are you gonna be glorious, man? You guys got massacred in the end. And of course, man, this one here, man, Kenji Nakazawa, another Marxist. But like I said, I keep saying it. I read about a lot of Japanese Marxists or socialists or whatever, but I like a lot of their work. I don't know. So it's almost like it's not. There's an element in Japan with that stuff that's missing that the West has. I don't know what that thing is, so I'm not gonna say what it is. They talk about Sergeant Rock, Sergeant Fury. So, and the point I like too is they make the fact that the direct heir of the samurai, right, tradition in Japan, it's not the military, but it's the underworld, Yakuza. Yeah, you ain't playing, man. Holy crap. And then you get like Go 13. Right? The typical Japanese superhero has inherited many of the characteristics of a samurai ancestor. He's usually stoic, not very vocal, and part of a group. If not part of a group, he is usually an outsider, a Nietzschean Superman, confident of his own ways in an unsupportive world. This type of character holds a particular appeal to the average Japanese man. Yeah, so it's just Go 13. Remember the one with the guy at the end, he's going to kill. He used to fight one of his biggest enemies with the CIA in the comics. There was one where the guy jumped off the building at the end, basically robbing him of assassinating him. And just before he hits the ground, Gogol pops him in the head. I mean that's what I'm saying. That's cool. So and then they have like rounding it out, sports comics. Of course, baseball is huge. Pro wrestling, right? Tomorrow Joe, one of the best endings in a comic, right, where the guy dies in his chair after losing the fight. You got this. Oh, get him. Oh, that's an American, all right. Oh boy. So anyway, now we're in the flowers. We're going in the other thing. So look at the speed lines. You see already, you know, the comics are starting to take form in the stuff that we recognize today.